how this play out. So when I were to tell you some of the stories, it is totally to give you case studies, because otherwise it's just all theories. And you can buy a book, you can Google, you can do ChatGPT, everything, all theories. But sometimes theory is just, okay, like that lah. But you must see how it is being applied. And that's my goal today. Okay? So I don't want to tell you why personal branding and networking is important. You tell me if it's important. So I'm going to show you a series of statements. If it's important, you type the number. Okay? You type the number. So the first, let's say if I show you the first slide, you resonate with it, you type 1. Okay? I don't want to say, because you say, of course lah, you teach personal branding, you teach networking, you of course you want to say it's very important. No, you tell me if it's important. Okay? So personal branding and networking can widen your circle of acquaintances. Who thinks it is important? Please slide 1. Okay. Thank you all. Personal branding and networking can lead to job and opportunities. Who thinks it's important? Type 2. Personal branding and networking can increase knowledge and insider news. Who wants to be outdated? And thank you all. Yeah. So I think we're in the right class. Personal branding and networking can develop relationship with people and companies that we may do business in the future. Ooh. Personal branding can open up different revenue stream. When I'm showing you this, these are just theories and it's just head knowledge. But I will show you it actually can happen for you if you know how to apply. Okay, next. Personal branding can increase your influence and authority. Who's important? Well, some people say so ego one. Well, if you use it for yourself alone, then it may be. But let me ask you a question. Let me pause a minute. If you were successful today, okay, apart from yourself, who would benefit most? If you were successful today, who would benefit most? Family. If I just want you to pick which family member that you want to benefit most, who would it be? Children. So that's why they say, wife, good kid. So it's not for yourself. They say charity begins at home. Yeah? Personal branding and networking can develop self-confidence. Is that important? You say, how personal branding, does that make that ego help me develop self-confidence? I like this. Imagine you like to, that's just how I say 6-packs. This is my dream. You keep hearing me talk about 6-packs. I think it's finally coming. Okay. Imagine you are all motivated. Tomorrow we'll go to gym. What do we do? 2 hours on the treadmill, 2 hours lifting weight. The next day we feel very great ourselves. And then the following day, what happened? We cannot get off the bed. And then we look at the mirror. Actually, 1 pack also not bad. Why work so hard? Right? Yeah, but if you have a community, someone or coach who actually tells you, that's supposed to happen. You don't overwork yourself. A lot of people, until today, you work for so long, you work so hard, you see, I still don't get the results. Maybe you're working on the wrong things. Maybe it need not be so hard one, but we just think that simple thing doesn't work. Okay? Next. Personal branding and networking can help gain support for your goal and causes. Of course, who think that's important? Sometimes you think, what are the charity that you want to support? Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, let's stay away from sensitive 3 R's, race, religion, and royalty. But think about the causes that you will support. You can support when you have voice, right? When you have a loud voice that people can listen to. And of course, personal branding and networking develop long-lasting relationship. And that's because there's a goal, one of the goal, someone actually has said legacy. And that is why I am doing this. Okay? And lastly, personal branding and networking can multiply our talent pool. Who thinks that's important? Just think about your favorite Avengers, right? Yeah. Why do they need to come together? Iron Man lah, Thor lah, Hulk lah, because they have a goal bigger than yourself. Now, if you can achieve everything by yourself in your life, my guess is, no right, no wrong, our goals are not big enough. Okay? Cool. So, to show you the power of a brand, I could show you a very simple example, and you will look at this differently. Okay. What is this? Mineral water. Okay. So, how much is this? What's the range of mineral water if you go to, say, Speedmart or 7-Eleven? What's the range of a 500 ml mineral water? $10. Huh? Wow, so expensive one. Oh, sorry. Oh, 150. Okay, 90 cents, 50 cents. Okay, good. So what is a, guys, as I say, this is a personal branding and networking. So I will actually reveal to you, if people don't know you, right, they cannot like you. They cannot like you. They cannot trust you. They won't do business or give opportunity to you. So this is a good opportunity. If you can, turn on the screen, show people your face, show them your positive vibes. Yeah, that's what we are attracted to. Okay, good. So what is a more premium one? How much? What is a more premium brand? Spritzer. So how much is it? Rosalie says Spritzer. Sharon's 350. Pellegrino. Yeah, how much is Pellegrino? Okay, 15. Okay, good. Evian. I like Evian. Okay, in the interest of time, let's get going. Evian, 530. Yeah, I don't know how many of you can actually taste the difference. Yeah, but what is the price difference? 10 times. 10 times. Yeah. Actually, if you look at my photography, for those who doesn't know, I'm actually a professional photographer. The fee that I charge is more than 10x most what other photographers charge. Okay, so just take a wild shot. What is the most expensive? How much is the most expensive mineral water that? Take a wild guess. Wild guess. Just anyone who gets this right, I send you. I don't know if you're in Malaysia lah. Grab vouchers. 25. Okay, come. I'll start with 25. Okay, I'll give you $25 voucher. Okay, I have 3 more guesses. I have to go already. 1K. Okay, enough. Okay, guys. Are you ready? I hope you're seated on your seat carefully. The most expensive mineral water, my friends. How does that sound? 60,000 US. Now, does it taste much better? I don't know, for 60,000. But what does this tell you? It is one thing that you can price yourself. That's the other thing, right? When you can price yourself, that's the brand. There's another thing if you can find people to buy it, and that's networking. So personal branding and networking goes hand in hand. So just a recap. Just now, when I do all those questionnaire, it's a bit normal language, but really, the 10 good reasons to invest in personal branding and networking is actually to distinguish yourself, to build trust and respect, expand your network, assess influential figures, unlock new opportunities, advance your career, drive success, work-life fulfillment, boost confidence, give back and make an impact. Do you all think all this is important? Do you think all this is good to have? Yes. Yes. But I challenge you. I challenge you guys. Less than 5% in this class will actually implement, despite all these benefits. And tomorrow, no right or wrong, you don't even know why you don't implement. It's a good thing. You don't even know why you don't implement. Tomorrow, I will share with you some of the reasons why people don't implement. But that's tomorrow. So do come back. So with that, we now know all these things, all theories that is good for us. To give you a bit of context, I want to share with you, not to impress upon you, but just to, not to impress you, but to impress upon you with my story so that you can actually see, not just myself and how some of my other friends who are doing what I'm doing. Okay, I learned this the hard way. I learned this the hard way. When I started out, I really struggled. I learned this the hard way. And looking back, only found out and we distilled this 5-step process into something that is applicable. Okay, so I'm going to start sharing with you a bit about my story. Okay, so this is me. Yeah, and this is my mom. I was born into a rather privileged background. Yeah, so I went into a private school. You could see the name. At that time, it was the premier private school in Malaysia. And most of my schoolmates' parents are either rich, famous, or both. So you're talking about the chairman of MAS, the chairman of Petronas, the owner of NASA, ministers. Recently, you saw the longest serving ministers, health minister, Datuk Chua Jin Ming, passed away. That's my good friend's dad. And many more ministers, royalty, so on and so forth. And actually, my father also not bad. Yeah. So in fact, you know, there's this shoes called Timberland. Anybody know this shoe Timberland? This brand Timberland, normally brown in color. Is it quite expensive even for today's standard? Yeah, it's quite expensive for today's standard also. So what happened is my school shoe, secondary school shoes, are actually brown in color. And you know what? I wear it to play in a muddy school field. And I think it's birthright. I don't know any better. But actually at about 14, my family lost everything almost overnight. That's one of the darkest periods of my life. And really go through a lot of trauma. My mother, who never worked a day before, right? Obviously not much network, no personal brand. Also left the family home. Yeah, so I'm very close to my mother. But long story short, without giving you too much details, there's a story for another day. I managed to finish my education in university in Australia. You see, hey, lost everything, why still can finish? Because of two very charitable person. And because of that, it's imprinted in me that we need to help those who want to help themselves, that want to empower themselves. In fact, when for those who know that I actually wrote a book, yeah, I wrote a bestseller. That book actually, all the royalty is, half of the royalty is donated to scholarship, Jeffrey Chia Foundation. Fast forward, I finished my work, I finished my studies, I started work. And that is me. At the age 20, I finished my uni. I finished very fast. And I got my first job. It was quite a cushy job. I was 20 years old. I was headhunted. And my first boss is actually a Tan Sri. And at that age, I was given, this is 1998, my friend. Now, if you don't think this is something, right? I know how old you are. If you think this is something, I also know how old you are. I was given a company phone, handphone, very big deal. Yeah. I was given a company car. I was also given a company gold card. Those days, gold card is a big thing. And because I'm the PA to executive chairman, I have even the CEO kind of like need to look at, come and, you know, kind of like a pally with me to check through the career. So quite a cushy job. But after about 2 years, unfortunately, I feel a bit burnt out. I wanted to try something on my own. And those days, you cannot side hustle one. Today you can side hustle because I work 16 to 20 hours a day. By the time I sleep, by the time I finish work, all the clients also sleeping already. What is there to do? Correct or not? So I got no network outside them. So I needed to quit my job. Okay. And that time, thankfully, network. So based on the network, so most of the time people look at the network that we don't have. We must begin by looking at the network that we have. My good friend's father in high school entered my life as a mentor. As I said, knowledge you can gain by mentors, books, CDs, and everywhere. But of course, when you want specific knowledge, you need to find. If you want business knowledge, you need a business mentor. So my first business mentor is Spencer Wing. At that time, because we were doing some activities together, right? So icons, like social, there's a big thing as well. You see, we were doing some activities, so he took interest in my career as well. So it started very casually. I just asked him his feedback, and then slowly he became my mentor, and he really guided the first 10 years of my business at least. Yeah. And the first two things he told me, which I'm going to share with you, he said, kid, if you plan to fail, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. The second thing he told me, kid, in life, you either make all the mistakes yourself or you learn from someone else. Now, I am crazy to jump out from a cushy job with no savings, right? But I say, I'm not stupid. I'll learn from someone else. Then from one mentor, he also introduced other mentors to me, other people who, and this is the photography Sifu that he introduced to me. Does he look fierce or not? Does he look like mafia a bit or not? My second mentor. Yeah. So you have different mentors in your life, especially people that are good in their area. And you know this Sifu, T.S. Lim, what's the first task he gave me? Any guesses? Those that knows been to my class, he asked me to wash toilet. I don't even think about it. Not clean camera, clean toilet. And the first task was quite okay. The second was a bit challenging because I believe in dressing for success. That time, because I come from corporate, I wear a nice pair of new jeans and a white shirt. Then he asked me to paint the wall. I nearly fainted about mid-afternoon, and when I came down, all my jeans were spotted. But this, don't feel sorry for me. But years later, I sat down with him. He said, kid, because you were willing to wash my toilets. Actually, none of my apprentices have to wash my toilets. Then I said, wow, why so lucky? Then he said, that's not the point. The point, because you were willing to wash my toilet, I was willing to teach you unreservedly. Yeah. So basically, if there was a lesson that you want to write down today, yeah, not about personal branding. It's a lot about life. It's about our mindset. Not about personal branding, not about networking. It's this. In life, it is not if the storm will come, but when the storm comes. People think that good things never end, but it does. Just like suddenly my father very rich, poop. Just like COVID suddenly poop. People also think the bad time never ends, but it does. What's the most important is we must have the courage to put our left foot to the right foot and keep going. Yeah, actually, my photography Sifu is the funniest person on earth. He just look very fierce. Yeah, he's the nicest person on earth. One of the nicest. Yeah. And so, after that, was it easy for me? It wasn't easy. After I finished my apprentice, I was willing to work hard. And I'm quite good at what I do, but I still struggle. I still have to eat dust. In fact, you remember I don't have a company, I have a company car. Now I have to share a car with my mom. You know what do I do during the lunchtime? I have to go to the car, dig through, and look for coins to gather a ringgit to buy nasi lemak. And I have to share with my mom for a prolonged period of time. And it was very, very challenging. There was time, it was so scary. We do not even know how to pay rent. It was so scary. But we keep going. And very soon, the career begins to take off. So you could see this magazine. It's for those who are not from Malaysia, it says Kit Chan berjaya di usia muda. Kit Chan successful in very early age. That's actually one of my first feature. And then I get to work with people like Tan Sri Michelle Yeoh, British Next Top Model, Datuk Jimmy Choo, Jackie Chan. And recently, actually just this week, which I cannot review, I photographed one of the biggest stars, international stars for the Chinese speaking world. And just this week, very excited. And the opportunity came because they contacted me as well. Okay. And of course, they put me on a very obscure list called 100 People You Must Know in Asia. This is a story for another day. Sounds very cool, but that's the beginning of another trap. So sometimes in life you got to be careful where you park your ladder. Do you know there's a saying that anyway, I'll skip that. And of course, along Ananda Krishna and Tan Sri Nazir Razak, and of course, all this happened. Of course, get featured a lot on the press. And this is this gentleman. I don't know whether you recognize or not. Everybody probably is his customer. Most of us, T Life. This is a bunch of entrepreneurs. As I said, as we gain our influence and authority, we want to do good things together, and that's a Miss Malaysia. And then we want to do a nation building project. And of course, when you're personal branding and the network, you get to champion rights. So I did positive living for Standard & Chartered, and of course I collaborate with a lot of brands. And of course, some of the biggest jobs that we get are like, when this came, if you guys read know CNBC, I couldn't imagine myself. I couldn't imagine myself that the letter that came in is Kit Chan's ex CNBC. Wow, it's like, and it's quite a cool thing because on that assignment, you could see a lot. I get to photograph ministers and billionaires in front of other billionaires. So that was a very, very good job. And of course, the purpose, and of course, today, having network, I think one of the biggest benefit of having a networking and personal branding for myself is actually I get the platform to empower others. Yeah, because all these things. So what really happens? From struggling, no money, eating dust, no money to pay rent, no money to buy nasi lemak. Buy nasi lemak, must share with mother. Already very small pack. In a short few years, what changed? And that is the combination of what I learned, and I'm going to share today. You know, a lot of people are very interested in technical stuff. The how to, very tactical one. Those are important. But that don't sustain if the why and the mindset is not right. So today, when I come back later, I want to share with you real life, behind the scene, some of the principles that I actually practice. There's actually a lot more, but I streamlined to these 3 main principles that I want to share with you. In fact, I will show you screenshot of what's really happening between people who are movers and shakers, people who are actually making a difference, not just for themselves, but the community. I'll show you very, very shortly. And of course, as I said, this is one of my biggest perk that I like, being able to make a difference, and I get to speak up with a lot of to a lot of youth, because I shudder to think if years ago no one invested in my education without strings attached, right? I don't know what would happen. I probably would have, I grew up in Brickfields. No, today Central is very hip, but those days it's slightly more colorful area. Yeah, because I was staying in that area, a very colorful area. I don't know what would have happened to my life, but today I'm so grateful to be able to share, not just youth, people who want to be a multiplier. Yeah, people who want to be a multiplier. Okay, so at this point, perhaps, guys, maybe we should take a 5-minute break, and then when we come back, I'll share with you 3 main principles that I practice, that I really, really attribute together with having knowledge, taking actions, and having the network. But these are the principles that guides me, to build all this brand and all this network that able for me to empower others. Okay, would that be good? So when we come back in say 5 minutes, we talk about 3 principles to take away, and tomorrow we go a bit technical. Okay, so we see you in 5 minutes, and then we won't stop anymore. We go all the way. Okay, thank you so much. Team, can we do a 5 minutes? Yeah, please get some water, stretch yourself, because today I don't teach you how to dance, you go stretch yourself. Very important. Walk away so that you recharge your blood. You need to process this. Take a 5-minute break, okay? Okay, we'll be back. 5 minutes. I set a timer. We are back. We are back. So who took a toilet? Who went for a break? Who actually stood up at least? Yeah, very important to stand up and stretch a bit. Okay, that's awesome. That's called participation. For me, rest is very, very important. Okay. Okay. So can we continue? Are we team? Should we continue now? It's 5 minutes. Yeah. Oh yes, Iris. Awesome. Okay, let's go. So 3 principles to take away. Ready? Okay. Let's go. So as I mentioned just now, recently, of course, for those are from Malaysia. Anyone who's not from Malaysia, please type in your country. Anyone? Count to 5. Who's not from Malaysia, type in for your country. So it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So good. I can speak in Malaysian context. Thank you. All 190 over of us. Awesome. Yeah. So as we know, some of us might know the longest serving health minister of Malaysia have just passed away suddenly last week. And as I said, she was actually my good friend's dad. Okay, so I remember at that time my career was just beginning to take flight, so I have a bit of personal branding. So I so happened to join them at a party, and at this party, of course, the health minister was there. At that time, the MCA minister was a big thing, and of course, the deputy prime minister that time, Tun Abdullah Badawi, was also there. So everybody was swarming all the VIPs, and this party was actually hosted by then a Datuk. Later he became a Tan Sri. So you see, one connection will lead you to another connection. One connection will lead to another connection, and but I saw at the extreme, at the entrance there, very far away, there was this gentleman struggling below a very dim light. And it was, I think it was if I'm not wrong, it's a tempura stop, very oily one, the fried prawn. So they put them on the corner. And this uncle was wearing, brown pants, a bit bell bottom. And then he had a camera strapped. This camera strap got plaster one. So, and it was getting quite late. I think it was about close to midnight or whatever. And he was struggling, and the camera don't have flash also. He was struggling. It's like the wartime camera. So I really wanted, so I went and say hello to him, and he looked very puzzled. And he looked at me and said, "Young man, you want to know me?" I say, "Sure, if you don't mind, I'm a photographer too." Now, today, there's no discrimination or anything to do with any profession. In fact, the two professions that really most people that have negative connotation, like multi-level marketing or insurance, they actually create one of the most millionaires. It's so cool, right, to be in that into industry today. And he gave me his card, and I look at the card. I was very young, right? Don't judge me lah. Although I was very judgy then. Yeah. So I look, uncle struggling with photography and actually doing insurance. I thought he was a side hustle. I say, I have empathy. Then anyway, we parted ways, and we parted ways. So about 2 weeks later, he actually gave me a call. He said, "Hey kid, do you remember me? This is George. I met you at the party." They say, "Yeah, buddy. How's it going? How's it going?" They say, "Yeah, listen, I got a job for you, my friend, young man." I say, so see, in my heart, very grateful, but I think he should keep it for himself, right? Because not like, he's struggling also, what? Also, he should keep it himself. Then after a few minutes of exchange, I suddenly hear a loud thud. At those days, right? If you know this, you're around my age, but our phone still got line on. I can hear a loud tap. Like someone slamming and say, hey, listen, young man, if you want the job, I think you're the right man for it. Okay, I say, sure, why not? And after that, we agreed, and then the agreed, and then we talked about the fee, and we agreed. Yeah, and then he said the call gets very strange. He said that you meet me at the High Court. I said, what? Next week I meet you at the High Court for what? Then anyway, lo and behold, do you know who was I supposed to shoot, to photograph? I was supposed to photograph the Chief Justice of Malaysia, yeah, Tun Zaidin, who also later became the chairman of Bursa. Now, if you know the constitution, right, his power is same as the power of the Prime Minister of Malaysia, but different branch, right? So anyway, I only wanted to offer friendship, right? So this is very important. And what's the principle to take away, my friends? The first principle to take away is actually to give without remembering, to receive without forgetting. To give without remembering, to receive without forgetting. Now, this one is what a lot of successful people that my friends that actually practice. I know they give away, and they don't even remember. And sometimes people come up to me and say, oh, this and that, you help me this and that. I say, seriously? You introduced me to this person. I seriously don't remember. So long ago, right? So this is not originally from me, but when I entered a business organization called BNI, some of you might know, this is what they practice as well. I said, that's crystallized. Oh, this is what we've been doing, right? And of course, there's another book called The Go Giver. You should really pick up the book. It's always, we make a life, we make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. And you know that gentleman that I met, he was actually not. He's actually the legendary George Dewan, the first MDRT of Malaysia. He was not struggling photographer. He was also not struggling insurance agent. So what was he doing there that night? That is his way of adding value to people, to give. He was giving, because today, those born after after 90s cannot imagine one. One photo, airdrop, WhatsApp, immediately you get. But those days, one photo costs about minimum 60 cents, which is a lot of money. Yeah, imagine if each photo you take today on your camera is 60 cents. Would you take less photos of the food that you eat? Less photo of the cats? You would, right? But those days, even VVIP, very hard. And they would take about 2 weeks to get the photo, not instant one. And that's how he actually built his brand and his network as well. But as a result of that, not long after that, now that I'm connected to the Chief Justice, suddenly one day I got a call from the Chief Justice, and he said, oh, this is Tan Sri Zaidin. I said, yes, Tan Sri. And he said, my son is getting married. Can you help me come and take some shots next Tuesday? Next week on this date. I look at the calendar. I said, I say, Tan Sri, sure, but it's a Tuesday. He said, yeah, you just come. I don't know, maybe your network is powerful, but if we do a wedding on a normal Tuesday, I don't know who will come, but that day it was packed. All right? It was absolutely packed. And what's the point of this? The point is, at that time, I don't take wedding pictures one. I don't like to take wedding pictures one. Wedding pictures is for photographer who have no real job one. Yeah. Commercial, you can charge up to 60,000. When you know how much a wedding photographer charge one day, then long story short, my cost is 40 ringgit per roll of film, right? One day I will take only 3 rows. If it's a VVIP, maybe 5 rows. So I will charge 390 ringgit minus 160. I take home about 200 plus ringgit for full day work. And you know what? People think I'm expensive. But why? Do I still do it? First thing first, you know, I'm 24 years old. If the Chief Justice asks you to jump, you say how high. Second thing is actually I was eating dust. Although my career got a bit of traction, you know, still trying to make survival. So cannot choose. Just do it. But because I choose to do it, at that wedding, that Tun Zaidin sons got he invited 3 sultans, the king, the PM, the DPM, and that's the first time I met Tun Dr. Mahathir. Yeah. So of course, I met him many more times after that. So I shudder to think, right? I shudder to think if that day I didn't offer my friendship or try to offer help, would any of this happened? Not only that, I can tell you many more connections came through this. Many more connections. And what I realized was all these connections are interconnected as well. The connections that came, they're all interconnected as well. Yeah, it's like a spider web one. You know, it's like you watch Avengers. Then somehow the universe is all related one. You look at them like they are not related one, but actually they're all related. And that will continue to build your network. Yeah. So you cannot like, oh, be nice to this person and not be nice to that person, be nice to the hotel general manager, but then not nice to the doorman. Life is not like that. Because people will somehow talk, people will somehow find out one. Yeah. So you got to be very consistent. So personal branding is about consistency and authenticity one. I personally don't like people who are two-faced one. To people that is of value to them, they one face. To people who not value to them, the different face. When they have money that time, they have no money, they one face. No money the time, they are different face. I cannot. I cannot deal with people like that. Yeah. So apart from that, yeah. So I enjoy, as I said, I enjoy speaking to the youth. And one day I was actually invited to speak. This is quite some time ago. I continue to do a lot talk. In fact, last week, I also did another big one for Sunway. It was a capacity crowd. And I was invited by this two young men, very young men, very young, very fresh. And invited me to speak, you know, and this is a minister. I didn't even get paid that one. They give me a big, nice photo. Actually, not quite a nice photo. Look a bit fat there, right? A bit chubby. But, you know, it's okay. I just do it and I forgot about it. But not long after that talk, you know, that two young gentlemen, yeah, who are they? You miss it. Is this young gentleman in the middle here? You can see in the middle. Yeah. Of course, some of you might have been might has been his customer. He later founded Groupon Malaysia, Faith, and of course now he gone on to do many things. That's Joel Neo. In fact, this is a very funny thing, funny photo. I went to Faith to onboard as a merchant. I was actually taken care by the intern. Yeah, I was actually taken care by the intern. And I was actually taken by an intern, but this intern didn't know me or anything. I mean, why would the intern know me, right? This fresh guy. But suddenly, not long after that, as I was round, suddenly the number 4th boss come out, number 3rd boss come out, number 2nd boss come out, the boss came out, including Joel Neo. All of them were actually my clients and friends, which we came out. You know who the other gentleman that actually, for those that in the startup scene, very important gentleman, is actually Kylie Ng. Yeah, of Startup 500. And of course, we continue to network. Yeah. And this is Joel, and this is the CEO of Sunway Education Group, Dr. Elizabeth Lee. Dr. Elizabeth Lee, she runs an education institute of 24,000 community, very powerful and very friendly. Of course, that's YB Ong Kian Ming, and that's her husband. Okay, so give without remembering, receive without forgetting. You know how this talk came about? I'll show you an example. Real example. This is like you cannot relate. Maybe you cannot relate, but now you can relate. We are in the same Zoom today. You know how this happened? Just now I say personal branding and networking allow you to diversify your revenue stream or your multiply your platform, increase your influence. You know how this came about? And what was the first principle that was just shared? What was the first principle? We're checking whether paying attention or not. Got anyone write notes or not? What was the first principle? Someone actually said, give without remembering, receive without forgetting. How this can even happen? Okay, years ago. I don't know, 10, 20 years ago. I met a gentleman. I think we just met one coffee and we never stayed in touch. But I think somehow on LinkedIn we're connected. One day, I received a message because I was doing a event, which I will share a bit more. I was doing an event, and I was giving some free seats, right? Allocating some free seats. Very prestigious event. This event, we hosted by a listed company. We had Malaysian top celebrity chef with 700,000 followers, you know, and a few more, and one got a Michelin. A very good event, you know, and a very good food, and then the Porsche Club, you know, the network of the Porsche Club was also there. A lot of business, and this gentleman said, "Can I join? I actually want to learn from you." Actually, then he corrected, "No, actually, my wife want to learn from you." And you know who is that gentleman? Some of you might know him. That gentleman is Sifu Winston. Yeah, it was at an event. Yeah, that I give. You know, I give away. It's okay. I didn't expect this to happen, but of course, through that, we reconnected. Yeah, at a good event and reconnected. We started talking, and of course, he got me. And because of him, I say, not just one connection. You see, this connection multiplies. I say connection multiplies, and not just only because of him. There's a great team behind this. You know, the people who actually run this Zoom. I tell you, I am a technology idiot. So give round of applause to the WMC team, Helen and Fu, who's working very hard to make sure that you guys get in on time and get in. Otherwise, this won't happen. If it's to me, sorry, my friend, I cannot. So say thank you to the team. It's Helen and Helen and Fu today. They are doing great work. So all this principle is not isolated one. You can see them intermingle one. So life is not just one thing, it's multiple things. But if you practice, more and more things will happen, and more opportunities will open for you, and you will lead more. And of course, through Sifu Wins, he have connected me to a lot of people that I needed to meet. Yeah, that I'm actually very, very grateful. Okay, so the first principle was give without remembering and to receive without forgetting. The second is the power of one connection. Okay, the power of one connection is very, very important. Yeah, so for those who has been to my seminar, please refrain. For those who haven't, I want you to guess, what is the connection that allow us to meet today? Two guesses and we go. What is the connection that allow us to meet today? Typically, people will guess internet connection. What else? Wins. Yeah, wins. Yeah, icons, business. Okay, thank you. In the interest of time, we still got a lot to cover, because after this we will do very, very important exercise, and that is the first part of icons. Winston is very crucial, but this is the big review, ladies and gentlemen. Write this down. The reason we all can meet today, whether you like it or not, whether you realize it or not, is this powerful connection. Ready for the review? Our father met our mother. Don't think about what they did, but as a result of that, through a series of events, we can meet. So you say that one powerful One connection powerful or not? Ah, some of you laughing, ha 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 ha. But you think about it, I want you to think deeper. For that connection to happen, it's not easy. And this is like a tongue twister. Your grandfather on your father's side need to meet your grandmother on your father's side. Then your grandmother on your mother's side have to meet your grandfather on your mother's side. And there's just only one level. You're really confused, right? So very powerful one of connections. You go one more level up, I tell you, cannot brain reading. So I want to show you an example. And I want to show you not example from 5-10 years ago. Okay? Over 4,000 people got together to create this. So yeah, we are all unique. Thank you, Oshrim. Yeah. I'd like to know where did we get that research from? Yeah. I like that. Over 4,000 people, Oshrim said, over 4,000 people need to get together to create us. We already won the humankind lottery. So we got what it takes. We got what it takes. Perhaps we just need a bit of knowledge, a bit of action, a bit of network. Perhaps we need all three. Okay, I'll show you an example. And today, very exciting one. I actually show you screenshots of my behind the scene. Who want to see some screenshot of what people actually do when people who have network or and a personal brand? So no cheating one. No cheating one. With permission one. I show you. Okay. So before that, so years ago, about 15, 20 years ago, I feel so old, but I'm still a young heart. I met this lady. I was just starting out as a photographer, and she was already a manager at a hotel, but very good hotel called Westin. Of course, over the time, we managed to stay in touch, and we move on in our career, and we built our own personal brand, and also our network. And she became the GM of Le Cordon Bleu, one of the most prestigious culinary school in the world. Yeah, so I think their diploma for 9 months starts about 98,000. So it's very prestigious, and they are in 20 over country. And Malaysia, Michelin star chef is actually from there, and around the world as well. So we stay in touch, and we collaborated on one project. And because of this project, we also utilized some of my connections. I got a very good hotel called Banyan Tree, at the altitude. It's a very nice hotel. And because of friendship, I know the director of sales. They give me for a song, so it's very nicely done. Not just because of me, but because it's a collaboration. The French ambassador came, and the president of Le Cordon Bleu came. The president of Le Cordon Bleu is harder to get than most ministers in Malaysia because he travel worldwide, and he's really a tycoon. Very hard to get him. So happened we managed to get him. Okay, some of you may not be impressed. Okay, so what? VIP, yeah, but we managed together, right? In this photo, yeah, Malaysian celebrity chefs, 3 of them. This one have Michelin. This have one Michelin star, and this lady owns a big. If for those old enough, when we went to hotel last time, there's a Channel 4. She owns Channel 4, and she owns the biggest culinary fest as well. And of course, for the younger set, right? For the younger set, collectively, to impress you, we have about 800,000 followers on IG, eyeballs. So we multiply. So you know why they say the rich get richer? Because the rich are multiplying their network. And what does network means? They are multiplying their opportunities. You understand? Yeah. So, but 80-20 rule, Dato Fazli has more than 80% of the followers. Okay, so this is one event. But because of this event was so done so nicely, very prestigious, we got invited to host this program. Public listed company hosted us. So we are also tapping into the public listed company network as well. And because of this, at this very event, I got connected with Vince. You see? one good thing, what powerful network, it multiplies one, spider web, is one connection is a doorway to unbelievable potential and riches and success. One right connection. Yeah. So one right connection, we got presidents. One right connections, we have billionaires. All one right connections one. Yeah. And then it gets even more exciting than that. This company and this lady, for those who doesn't know, is actually Datin Paduka Marina Mahathir. And you can actually see me hosting breakfast with her. I didn't have to pay a single cent. Yeah. And we got hosting breakfast with the PM 4 and 7's daughter. Yeah. And you know who foot the bill? When you meet me in person, I will tell you. It's very unusual. This is, I tell you, forever one of my cannot imagine thing happen. Cannot imagine. Because if you know who paid the bill for this, for totally a random person like myself, you know, if you ask me when I was younger, starting out my career, no nasi lemak, will I one day photograph Michelin star chefs, host the event at one of the top resort called the Banyan Tree, have the French ambassador coming, hosting breakfast with the Prime Minister's daughter? I don't think so. I only stupid do, stupid follow, one step at a time. And looking backwards during MCO, I got the time, the luxury to look backwards and to analyze what worked. And for me, if you Google me, you can find. Very easy lah, but you see Jago Kampung, so what's so great, right? But for me, what's the biggest thing? What is the biggest thing? And you think about it, you know, when I want to do this project, the staff in Le Cordon Bleu, except for the GM, they want to do this because they're already so prestigious, right? There are so many, so much impact. Then they say, why do we want to invest so much money to promote this Kit Chan fella? Everything you see, Kit Chan one. So in life, what is the first principle? Give without remembering, receive without forgetting. It's also what's in for them, not what's in for me. Because a school, ultimately, you know, you can promote anybody, but you cannot promote yourself. And what is a school about? It's all about the alumni and the legacy. So I put together so they can showcase. In fact, the president of Le Cordon Bleu is so happy. They featured me on their website. And this is not local website. This is Le Cordon Bleu International. Today, if you want to find me on Malaysia, everybody, you try hard a bit, Google sure can find one. But to them, so what? But today, not a local organization, but a world-renowned organization is now in their website for perpetuity. Next time, when I want to expand my work internationally, I want to go US, I want to UK. This is my reference. I collaborate with the biggest brands in culinary. You tell me who don't eat, who don't respect Michelin star. That is for me, right? In fact, they wanted me to do this for other countries as well, but the lockdown came, so it is what it is. Okay, but for me, if you give enough to what other people want, you get what you want. So now, as promised, who want to see the power of one connection behind the scene? What people do? These are movers and shakers, some of my friends. Okay, Farida want to see. Okay, do we do it differently? Okay, I want to show you. Actually, I shouldn't show you so much so fast, but anyway, you guys are great. A lot of pictures, but you cannot see lah. Okay, I think if you can see. So this gentleman is actually Mr. Nelson Liu. I don't know if you guys know Mr. Nelson Liu. Mr. Nelson Liu is the founder and CEO of Vanilla Crepe. They are in Malaysia business. Malaysia business of record, books of records, most chain. So most chain. And of course, we did something together. And one day we he said, we will catch up for coffee, and we catch up for coffee. So one person, he introduced me. So happened he introduced me one person. Okay, I know one person, right? Mr. Nelson is also the president of Business Networking, one of the most happening business networking, a lot more business networking there. He introduced me this young gentleman, Andrew Yao. And Andrew Yao, he is like the second man of this college. And this college called Portman. And he managed, you see, I get to speak to a lot of youth, which is my passion. But you say, speaking only must what? But you know, some of these students will one day go out to build companies. Some of these people will be doctors, engineers, lawyers, whatever, big businesses. And my network will continue to grow. And also, apart from that, Andrew also organized meeting. And of course, I didn't meet. This is another celebrity chef in Malaysia, Francinisa Bakri. I know her personally, right? She has done a show in Ascot, London, very prestigious. We get reconnected as well. And I've been on her show. And she also is the wife of the former deputy IGP. You see the network continue. Of course, Mr. Nelson is the president of you see, very high-end, very nice event they do. And I was invited. And you know, in the same table, there is the GM of GM of Park Royal. Very nice, Christine Nanucci. What else? There's a top saxophonist. There is the country manager of Vivo, Mike Zhu. Who here got selfie by a country manager of a big phone brand? And you see, maybe one day I'm a photographer. Can we collab? We have the connection ready. We continue to multiply. And you see, what do we really do behind the scene? We really add value to other people. Give without remembering. Okay, this is me. This is us going to. If you can see this screenshot, and I will show you. We were at the Nanyang Cafe. Everybody know Nanyang Cafe, very, very popular for their toast. Okay? Oriental or Nanyang. The green color one. Green color is Nanyang or Oriental. I always get mixed up. Green color logo is Nanyang or Oriental Cafe. The very popular one with the very nice Oriental, very good. Thank you, Chris. Yeah. So he sent my he sent my profile. He introduced me to the CEO of Oriental, Dr. Kelvin, who also owned Blackville. See, continue, multiply, and they say, let's catch up coffee. Say, sure. And this is he connecting me to Dr. Kelvin. This is that day, if you can, I connected her to one of the biggest platform, you know, for those that's getting married, you know, or have baby, one called Motherhood. The CEO of Neuron, Katrina, who is my friend. See, this is me adding value. And of course, they will do together because their platforms are big, right? And then they can continue to collab. Will I get anything out of this? No. Will I get anything out of it? No. But this is what people do. We like connecting people so that they can get what they want. And we believe if we help people get enough what they want, we will get what we want. Okay? Cool. First time you see screenshot behind the scene, I make it very small so that you can read exactly. But it is him connecting me to his friend and me connecting to our friends. And all our friends, that's why they say the rich get richer, right? Because we are now what we're doing, multiplying our doors, multiplying our opportunities. I just want you to think in the past, last week, how many new friends have you made? How many new friends have you made? Thank you for being so transparent. Wow, okay, you're so most zero. Yeah. Lost track. Good. Yeah. So it's very important. And of course, networking, there's weak links and strong links, right? So we will continue. Okay, so 2. Thank you. Wow, we got Karina Lau here. Very good. 10. Next. So sometimes when people, especially in IG, I don't know whether you believe everything you see on IG one, on social media one. So I remember I posted a photo online once, and my friend asked, the same photo that you saw earlier of Professor Datuk Dr. Elizabeth Lee, you say, do you really know her? I said, yeah. Why? Why would I post a photo of someone that I don't know? I think a lot of people out there, just claim, I know this, I know that, this person, that person. But she said, oh, sometimes people think a photo like that, is like that. But she said, actually, if you know her, I need help. I said, wow, so direct. This friend never call me, don't know how many years. Suddenly just call me, ask for help. Normally, I'm so scared, ma. I'm very protective of my network one. No. But she said, actually, my daughter go to a very special school. I said, what do you mean by special? It's a special technical school funded by the government. So they got very good equipments up in Ipoh. And she said, but they don't have the teacher and the tech to teach using the technology. You see, and they are doing their SPM soon, and it's very kanjiang already, very, very crucial. I say, can you introduce me to her? I say, to me, education very important, but youth very important. I'm very pressured, but I say, I cannot promise anything, but I can sound it out. I say, no promises, please. No promises. Yeah. So anyway, I say, you draft me something, the condition, I'll just forward. Then I send it to Dr. Elizabeth and explaining. And she said, okay, I will, same thing like she said, I will get the principal to take a look. Long story short, they really adopted, help send teacher to teach. And in fact, this friend later, daughter scored A and really thanked me. And I said, that's why sometimes personal branding and networking, if you always use for yourself, it's very selfish. But if you use to help the community, it's not. Yeah. So is it so easy one? Is it know someone can really one? So this is what the next principle is. A great relationship is not a rope that ties, but many stitches that binds. Daily, just like husband and wife. Yeah. Every day is either getting married is very easy. Getting married is the rope. But every day, are we untying or are we tying up together? Needs work one. Who felt that you got way lesser friends today than you were in school? If you're above 30. Who feel that you have less friends than you were in school? You see, a very hard one in school. Very hard already growing up, very hard to make friends. Very hard to stay in touch. Everybody got priorities. That's true. Because relationships needs work one. Most people want to receive, don't want to give. If your friend have drifted away, or your family have drifted away, and that is an important relationship for you, it is not their fault. It's our onus. We need to work it. Never hope that other people will change. We take the initiative to change. The one that change will grow. So I want to show you That's again what happens behind the scene. That's when I was 30 years old. When I was listed as 100 people you must know in Asia, at age of 26. That's the beginning. I tell you, that's a story for another day. There's two sides to a coin. One, and don't be impressed by it. Okay, there's two sides of a coin. There's the time that I want to show the world. Oh, how good. So my party was very nice one. My birthday party was at a Nikko Hotel, poolside. Got sashimi, got sushi, got violinists. Celebrity violinists. Top decorator. Got royalty. That time, look at me. But then I realized I don't want. Later. This is when I was 35. See, Dr. Elizabeth add value to me. When I want to launch my book, she invited me back to Sunway because I'm a Sunway alumni, for those who are Sunway. And we actually got the Tengku Dotty to come. And that time, she was not yet the Raja Perempuan Besar of Perak. Now she is. So people grew in influence, right? Menjunjung kasih Tuanku to be my guest of honor. And this is when I was 40. This is the part that I don't want anything loud. I'm actually very recluse. Actually, like for me to do this, if it's not for the COVID really realigning what do I want to do, and the serendipity of meeting wins and the encourage of wins, I don't think I'll be doing this. I'm very happy in my bubble. I'm very happy in my bubble. I have enough people talking to me. Yeah, friends reaching out to me. But it's not about me. Because I see what did we learn during the pandemic. I have a lot of friends who have passed on. And when they pass on, the talent goes with them. Their network goes with them. I don't want that to happen to me. And of course, this is her birthday as well. And of course, it's not just once off. It continues. As I said, when I wrote this book, the money, the royalty was split into two charities. One was the Jeffrey Chow Foundation, specifically nominated to buy books for scholars. A lot of scholars, when they get a scholarship, they don't have money to buy books one. So if today you're very comfortable, you're in a comfort zone, I don't need this, I don't need to grow, perhaps you can think about how you can help other people to come up in life. Yeah. And of course, as I said, just continue to sow. And of course, through that, I got opportunity. So this is last week. I was invited to speak at Sunway. And it was a capacity crowd as well. So that's what I'm passionate about. Okay, so there's already 3 tips, 3 principles. But I want to, who like bonuses? You guys are still here. You guys deserve bonus. Who like bonus? No one want. Then I can I drink a sip of water first. My voice is a bit going. Okay. Bonus tip. Very powerful. So I graduated at 20. I started my business 22. I got married 24. And I think the thing that really speed up my learning curve was having a child at age 27. Who thinks that having a child will actually speed up your learning curve? Third principle is this. Great relationship is not a rope that ties, but many stitches that bind. Okay? Thanks, Nicholas. So my eldest girl is now 19. So I got 3 of them. 19, 16, and 10. Right? that really speed up my learning curve. And you see, today you might think network and personal brand might not be important to you. But there's a saying, dig the well before you need it. You never know. Your priorities will change, right? Right? So who's not married yet here? Anyone? Maybe in the Telegram, you can meet someone. Hi, Iris. Take note. Hi, Zach. Everybody, Iris and Zach. Maybe if one of you guys get married, give me a ang pao. The Chinese say, 媒人利是. Hey, now that you reminded me, next time I must feature that I actually connected a couple, a young datuk to a lady, and they got married because I said, I never got an ang pao from them. Why I can? Oh, Edwin say which Telegram team, can you just post the bit.ly for them to get inside? So there's a QR code later that you can scan. So Fu and Helen, could you kindly post a Telegram in your email? Okay, say in your email. So I like the name Iris. I cannot see your face, Iris. Sorry. I cannot see just one screen because I have so many things load up. But just you. You want to be a Muyan. Okay. So what happened is one day, I'm just saying, Iris, I hope you don't mind. I don't spotlight Iris. I'm just saying. So Iris, now she's single. I say myself. You see, when you are single, when I was single, I eat anything I want. Correct? Thanks, team. Thanks, Fu and Helen. So when I started dating my wife, most of the time I eat what she wants, but sometimes I eat what I want. It's called give and take. But when the children came, what happened? We only eat in where they want. Correct? We only eat in where they want. Yeah. All got aircon one. So our priority change. Yeah, you eat their leftover. That's why show you the photo just now. It becomes so fat. Their fault. Thank you. So our priorities will change one. And our interests will also change one. Our friends will also change one. AI will disrupt us. Who is naive to think that AI won't disrupt your life? Who think AI, which brave soul will think that AI don't disrupt your life? Our priorities will change. Our goals will change. Our life will change. Do we have options then? Do you think it's better when people actually know you? When you have a personal brand, what you're about, and you have more friends out there that are able to give you a safety net? Yeah. Personal branding, dig the well before you need it. That's another bonus. Anyway, so coming back. So at one part of my life, at 35, when my youngest son came, at the time, I already been in business for 15 years. Maybe a bit burnout, or maybe just a bit comfort zone. I thought my only goal in life was to actually cook 2 good meals for my family with the help of my helper, to be frank. So 1 week I go to 3 times to the market one in Taman Dun, okay, or Section 17. So then I got smart. I said, well, if I'm good at, because I'm a bit OCD one, I go out my shower one. I don't know how many of you are OCD one. So I said, since I'm going to shower, I must go for a run. Make my trip worthwhile. So can you imagine? I went for a run. Then I went to buy fish. In my shorts, I was smelly. Then if for those of you know where Taman Dun, I went to have a breakfast for champion in Taman Dun. And this corner shop. So packed, we have to share. It's called Yonglan. We have to share, They don't pay me. I'm just telling you only. Share. I think I saw this lady. Wow, this lady, kid, also same age as my daughter, going Chinese school, 7 years old. I talked to her, like, offer friendship. At the end of the conversation, she said, "Hey, kid, you're a photographer, right?" I said, "Yes." "Oh, can I have your card?" I said, "Sure." "See, next time I take family photo, can I look for you?" Then I said, "Yup." But in my heart, you know what I think? This is what polite people say one ah. Don't know how many times people tell me that, but never jadi one ah. A few weeks later, really, I got a call. I say, "Oh, I'm sorry. Uh, I don't do the booking. Can I get my office to contact you?" Then she said, "Sure, why not?" And my office later said, "Oh, Datin Lee. Datin Lee. I want to do a shoot." I say, "Sure lah, you just schedule, I come, I shoot, and then I go lah, and then I can go cook my lunch." So on the day, the event, the shoot came, I saw Alpha with a few big guy came down. Then they come and open door. Then I said, "Look at the lady." I say, and then the children, and then the husband came down. I said, "This gentleman looks very familiar." Okay, so I want to ask you, ladies and gentlemen, you think in Malaysia, what is the most famous tourist destination in West Malaysia? Genting. Who doesn't know Genting here? Is Genting big? Whether you play adult entertainment or not, right? Everybody knows Genting, right? They got very good concert there, right? They got very good theme park there. Genting is big. Is Genting big? Yeah. Who, if you were working, who don't mind being employed by Genting? Or if you're in business, who don't mind doing business with Genting? Of course, we want to do business. Do you know who was the gentleman? How does the president of Genting sound? It was not Tan Sri, it's actually Datuk Lee, the president and the CEO of Genting. Yeah. So what is the principle? Networking is like a box of chocolate. If you know where I'm referencing this or paraphrasing this, I know how you are. Yes. Life is like a box of chocolate, so networking is like a box of chocolate. Networking is also like a door. You do not know where it leads. And of course, I did other projects after that. Okay. With that, 5 principles. I'll give you a bonus also. We want to set the stage. Okay. Very important for you guys. Why should you do personal branding and networking? Is to, I'm going very fast now. Our time is very tight. You got to start with why. Why do you need to do this? Not why. Why? The why is, why do you need to be successful? For who you need to be successful? And if you were successful, who benefits the most? Right? We need clarity. And icons, the first element is identify. Because if you do not know who you are, nobody else will know. The how and what are very easy one. The how and what very easy one. Figuring out why is very difficult. Okay? And you ask me, you ask us to figure out why. What's my why? Because I'm a true believer of this. As iron sharpens iron, one man sharpens another. I think none of us is going to be better than all of us. None of us is going to be better than all of us. Does that make sense? If I can achieve everything by myself, I think my goals is not big enough. And I cannot tell you I got legacy. I made a difference. Only through people like yourself, can be able to tell my children or my future generation, your dad, your grandfather made a difference. To start from scratch, very difficult. To start from scratch, very difficult. You just have to backtrack. We all have a collective starting point. I know some of us are 40, 50, 60, 20, 30s, but we all have collective starting point. Ask yourself, what do you learn during COVID-19, during the lockdown? Did you wish you have a backup plan? Money is king. Yeah. Did you tell yourself would be good to have a different revenue stream, to have more connections, more people? But what happened? We got busy again. Ladies and gentlemen, we forget very easily. And you know, it is said that statistics shows only 4% of Malaysians can retire. You see, during COVID, some of us, some of the businesses, some of the income stopped coming. But did the bill stop coming? It didn't. Health is wealth. We should look after it. Absolutely correct. And the COVID is a trial retirement. Once you retire, the bills still come in. Okay, so it's also said that 69% of people feel trapped. Only 3 out of 10 people feel that they're happy. Why? As I said, the most expensive, there are 3 things. Things that we think we know, things that we think we know that we don't know about. Like, I think a lot of us know that we cannot fly a plane, and things that we don't know what we don't know. And most of the time, as I said, the most expensive knowledge is those things that we don't know about. Okay? The problem today is there's too much info and too little context. Everything you can Google one. This lah, that lah, personal branding lah, that lah. You can Google one. But so much noise. Too much choice. It's like you go to a restaurant. Too many items. You don't know what to eat. Very simple one. You go McDonald's, you know what to eat one. Not much choices one. Whether you want to upsize or don't want to upsize. But if you do not know what you want in life, there is people who know what they want you to do for them in life. Because it says that you are the average of the 5%. I tell you, this research is fascinating. In fact, if your friend is fat, chances are you will also be fat. If your friend's friend is fat, also your chances are fat. This is a true research which I won't share today. So we want to live a life by design and not by default. First step of icons is to identify. Why? You know, one famous military strategist, Sun Tzu, one of my favorite, he said, know thyself, know thy enemy. 100 battles, 100 victories. But do you know most of the time who's our enemy? Ourselves. If we don't know ourselves, then do we blame others for not knowing how to interact with us? We cannot, because we don't know. So what is important is clarity. This is, I don't know whether a popular story or not. When I was young, I will tell you this true story. Because of this, I will even fail my English paper. Because I went to private school from a government school. And you know, those days, my English so poor one. So there was this story about Alice in the Wonderland. There was bank, the river bank. So my teacher said, don't you know what is a river bank? Ask my mother to come and see. see her because I failed. First time in my life I failed. 8/20. First time in my life, English. Because we do UK version one. Rodri Jones. Then he asked me, don't you know what's bank? I said, no, it's bank. So what's a bank? Bank where you put money, but it's actually River Bank. But from there, got a very powerful story, which is Alice in the Wonderland. The cat says, where are you going? Alice says, which way should I go? The cat says, that depends on where you are going. Alice says, I don't know. And the cat says, then it doesn't matter which way you go. And a lot of us go through life like that. Monday to Friday, work, go home, no more energy left, go sleep. Saturday, Sunday, don't talk to me, I need to rest. Is it okay? To each their own. Is it okay 1 week? It's okay. Is it okay 2 weeks? It's okay. Is it okay 1 month? It's okay. Is it okay 2 months? It's okay. Is it okay? It's 1 year? It's okay. Is it okay? It's 2 years? But when the season connects season, and statistically has shown, most people go through life. Hope is a strategy. Hope is good, but hope is a strategy. They think somehow it will be okay without doing anything different. I got a friend, real life. Every year, he goes to the body check. Every year, he look at the results. It get worse. You know what he do every year? He get the result. He put inside the drawer, and he hope next year he got surprised. It will be better. Do you think it's going to be better? If we have always done what we have done, we always get what we will get, or even less. But to get what we had never got before, we got to do what we had never done before. Does that make sense? So, I don't have time to go through this exercise with you, but it's very important that you get this sheet that I already prepared. You go, it's called Wheel of Life. I won't go through, I just tell you what it's about. You can do it on, if today you do 5 minutes, this one can be done. But do a bit of homework. But the main homework is not this one. This is not the main homework, but it will be good for yourself. In fact, you need to do this depending on your age, maybe every 6 months or so. Yeah, so you rank yourself lah. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Then you plot. Okay, you draw dot. Then you draw. You see whether your wheel balance or not. If it's not balanced, then you know what you want to do differently. Or if there's an area that you could find someone or through the network could help you improve on that area that's important to you. If you say it's family, it's family. How? You learn. No one taught us to be a father one. Yeah, we monkey see, monkey do only one. Anybody can teach you about personal growth, life purpose, finance, health, well-being. This shit is prepared. I actually charge a lot of money to do this with people. But today, I give it to you free and you can download even in the Telegram. The second thing that really helped me and my family to plan ahead is actually we do a look down. If you cannot think 10 years, think 5 years. You got to list down what you want and what you don't want in life. Yeah. Okay. Very simple to fill out one now. I can guess you don't want to be sick one now. So on the flip side, you say I want good health. Then you draw. This is very important to gain clarity. This not, I think, even you got all the personal branding and networking in place, but you're not achieving the goals that you really want, defeats the purpose. Very self-explanatory. Yeah. This one, you can feel it yourself. And most importantly, remember this. The slight edge principle. The slight edge principle. Simple discipline that's repeated over time will create success, while simple mistake created time will create failure. For example, who here knows raw salad is very good for you? A lot of people, right? I want to ask, who here had raw salad, raw organic salad in the past 1 week? Good. So who here know McDonald's is not good for health? Actually, I'm guilty. This week I also had McDonald's because I tried the prosperity burger at the highway. So happened. But the thing is, like, most of us know salad is good, but we don't take it every day, right? But it's okay. It's easy to do. Easy to do. Easy not to do. Easier not to do. But McDonald's, bad for you. We still take. Or even worse, we reward our children as a reward. But what's the difference? Why the good things we don't do, the bad things we do, right? Because you don't see the immediate result. But imagine, Noheli, the next time you go to McDonald's with your niece or your children, I'm just picking up. Betty say occasionally is okay. Betty, if next time you went with your children or cousin or nephew, and you're queuing up, there's 6 people in front of you. Each of them took a bite in after they got it, and all 6 of them dropped it immediately. You are the 7th person. Would you buy it? Would you eat it? No, no, no. Why? That's why we don't see the result. If it's immediate, but these things actually happens compounding over time. It's not having a personal brand, okay? Today got, never mind, don't have also again, but we don't know in the future. Network, we don't know who we need. Very interesting fact. And of course, my children take it for granted. When my children needed to find internship, all her friends had problem. It was one phone call away. And she got internship. Now she has graduated. She got a diploma. She want to take a sabbatical. She want to be a barista. She also looking for a job. I called a friend in the area that I think she can explore. The owner interviewed. Last week, my friends was telling my wife that the niece graduated, has sent 170 letters. No interview. Yeah. So network is not just for ourselves, but also for our future generation. But of course, I asked my friend, you do your due diligence. And I told my children, please, it's on my good view. They see you. Please live up to the expectation. Okay? So, how do we start gaining clarity? The 2 exercises will help, but this one is a very important start for personal branding. And this is your homework. You are here today. Where? Online. I want you to start by Googling yourself. Don't Google kitchen, Google yourself. Okay? Homework. Those that are serious will be rewarded one. After you Google yourself, okay, you put on the Telegram group, tell us what you find. And also, this is a place to make friends. Yeah. There's a introduce yourself. If you got some social, you will tell people what you do. Tell us. Maybe you got opportunity there's reading. Today, what we are here for? We are here for some knowledge. We want to take action to change our life, to make those around us better. And also, we want to enlarge our network. Yeah, so introduce yourself, but be respectful. Be respectful. Don't simply DM, but just general, introduce yourself. And then if people there's a need, they will reach out. Go use the introduce yourself chat now. Yeah. And this is your homework. I want to know. Google yourself. Do you like what you find? Indicate. Is it indicative of who you are? Is it linking back to your relevant content, such as your website or LinkedIn? Number one, Google yourself. These are 3 questions. Yeah, this is the assignment. Yeah. Number 2 is what do you want from your personal brand and networking? Number 3, what's the vision for you have for your personal brand and networking in 3 months, 6 months, or a year? Okay, that's your assignment. Yeah, team, we will post this in the Telegram group as well. Yeah. So guys, if you haven't been on the Telegram, please go there. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Helen. So tomorrow, when we come back, we'll talk about Kit Chan's 5 C's to building trust. Why trust? People don't do business with people they know. People do business with people they trust. The ultimate currency today is trust. Without trust, nothing happens. Okay? Without trust, you won't even marry. Correct or not? I will share with you Kit Chan's ABC plus AC of personal branding. Yeah. The old traditional ABC, I agree, but I didn't want to teach. But I thought after this AC we put in is very rounded. And of course, today, who thinks personal branding and networking is important? Type I. Thank you so much, Susan, Sharifuddin, Bokyang, Hui Hui, Sharon, Mary. But as I said, less than 5% of you will implement. Maybe don't know how to, but most of the time also don't know why you don't implement. And I will share with you what will stop you from personal branding and networking. The top 10. These 10 things you don't settle in your head, you're not going to do this. Or you're going to try, poke, and then nothing happens, and nothing changes, and you thought you are not special, you are not made for this, you are not made for this, you're not special, I don't have this, my mother dropped me on my head when I was born. Remember the first 3 things today, the 3 ingredients of success: knowledge, action, and network. I want to circle back to action. There's only 2 types of people in this world. One that gives excuses because of the circumstances. The other will do whatever it takes despite the same set of circumstances. Someone who registered today, some mother who registered today will give an excuse. I need to take care of my kid. That's why I can't be in this seminar. But some of you, I applaud you who are mothers, who decide you're taking care of your kids, you're busy work and juggling at home. You're here today. I applaud you because your same set of circumstances, because you need to take care of your kid, you want to make a difference in your life, you want to make a difference in their life, you are here. And not just mothers. I know today, being a father is not easy. And I often ask this, and I end with this. Do you know what is the most marginalized group in Malaysia? Who want to take a guess? First time I see fathers. You're absolutely correct. People say, sure, no, why so sexist one? Okay, I challenge you to name one NGO that supports father in Malaysia. I know only one. What NGO support father? Father's Day, very funny. You know, Father's Day. Mother's Day, you get flower, chocolate, movies, dinner. You know, Father's Day is what we get? The bill. Yes. So, guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys are really hungry for knowledge, action taker, and I hope that you can build a better network, and together we will build a better circle that will empower one another. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, this is my social, and you guys have been great audience. And thank you so much. Thank you so much, team. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Good night. Bye-bye. Tomorrow we do some Q&A, yeah? Okay. Bye-bye. Thanks. Yes. Okay. For those that are still here, you want to take a photo. If you want to take a photo, we turn on the screen. Bye-bye, Faisal. Bye-bye, Rusida. Bye, Sibel, Shuhang, YH, Lian. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we take a photo together, okay? Thank you so much, Raymond. Thank you, Albert. Take care, take care. Thank you, Tom WhatsApp. That's a very unique surname, huh? Very popular surname. Hi, WhatsApp, WhatsApp. Bye, Stephanie. Bye, Robert. Bye, Hui Hui. Bye, Carl. Thank you so much, Fu and Helen. You guys are rock stars. Thank you, okay. Take care, Joseph. Okay, goodbye. Thank you, Tunku. Bye-bye. See you guys. Bye, JS. Take care, Jimmy, Jason. Take care. Bye-bye. Good night.